Hello, mermaids and mystics, and welcome. My name is Meredith, and I am the Sea Witch. Today, I thought it would be fun to share with you some of my Materia Magica, which is a great esoteric phrase for all the stuff of witchcraft. It is all the physical matter, whether raw, prepared, or crafted, that is used as the medium and technology of a magical practice. Now, there are some things that I use that are more particular to sea witchcraft, but I'm also a pretty eclectic witch, so of course there are a lot of different things I use. So I'd like to share with you some favorites, some things that are new to me with this lovely new spring season, and some things that are standbys that I use all the time. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in and have a look. Now it is pretty much spring. Here is my lovely witch's broom, which is a cinnamon broom. So here's what I do. I get one of these every fall for the autumn equinox, and I decorate it with a lot of fall foliage. Um, and I enchant it to be a charm. I do use this to, physically sweep out energy sometimes, but mostly it is a charm by the front door that offers protection and also attracts some other things. So I also redecorate it in the spring, and then come the next equinox, I burn the broom, get a new one, and redecorate it and charge it for the new year. All right, so let's have a look. I'd like to start with my very favorite things to use, roses, rose products of any kind. I use roses for, oh, hello. No, this is not for you. I use rose products for health, beauty, and magic. Look at these beautiful whole little rosebuds. These are great in spell jars, in sachets, for all kinds of different little charms. And I also have crushed rose hips, the fruit of the rose. This makes a great tea and it's really good for you. Rose is just really great for you in general. It's good for lots of different things. Some rose petal powder. I've really been getting into using powders a lot more lately. I recently made a blend of this rose petal powder, beetroot powder, and lemon balm powder to do a four corners house blessing outside. What else? This is one of my very favorites. Rose Absolute, which is one of the two kinds of rose essential oil. There's also Rose Auto. This is expensive. This little bottle was $50, but Rose Auto will run you $150 or more. Floral autos are very expensive. And then there is Rose Water, which I use all the time. I use it for my skin. I spray it on my face to clean it and just refresh myself. I use it for not only cleaning, but cleansing, energy cleansing. This brand, Altea, is amazing. I highly recommend this. It's very high quality. It is Bulgarian. Bulgaria is famous for roses, and they have magnificent rose gardens. And this mermaid mist that I made recently, as kind of an energizer, an energy cleanser, something to kind of soothe. It's made with rose water, rose absolute, and lemon essential oil. Rose goes great with most citruses, with orange, with lemon, with bergamot. And something that I made recently for the first time, these are great, if I say so myself. And this is perfect to keep them in this little scallop pouch. These are what I call spell pearls. These are made of bentonite clay, pure bentonite clay, an equal part of salt and essential oil and water, of course. So you roll them into these little balls, let them dry, and I use these for different kinds of spells. Rose especially is so good for so many different things. It's kind of an all-purpose go-to. I mean, since it is so versatile, you can use it as a substitute for a lot of things and for just any general protection, healing, magic, love, anything like that. Rose is terrific. So what I do with these pearls, I carry them with me in my little pouch. Oh, kitty, stop it. And if I want to do some magic on the go, the idea is to drop them into water and they dissolve. Moving water is ideal. Maybe it might think it might speed the process up, but it doesn't have to be moving. So that is all the beautiful rose products. Now let's look at some divination tools. These are my runes that I did craft myself. I highly recommend crafting as many of your tools as possible because obviously there's going to be a much stronger connection and therefore they will likely work much better for you. You'll get better results. Oops. So these are crafted out of local, hi kitty, red, what's it called? Eastern red cedar, which is technically a kind of juniper. But yeah, I cut these, I sanded them, treated them with linseed oil, wood burned these runes into them, chanting the runes as I burned them. And they are also blood anointed. Makes them extra powerful, extra connected to me. This one's a little paler. It's newer than the others. I had to replace. Oh my God, kitty, stop it. Oh, this little boy is so bad. Okay. Hang on. All right, now that kitty's out of the way, let's continue. So runes, yes, made myself. This one I had to replace one, made me so sad I lost it in a charm bag that went missing. Yeah, so this one still needs to be anointed. Love the runes. This is the Elder Futhark, only rune system I use. Oh, and real quick before I forget, there's going to be more information in the description about some of these products because obviously this video can end up getting pretty long and dense if I tried to tell you all the things about all these things. Now here is my shell oracle, which I put together. This is one of the ways that I use seashells in my practice. These all, like crystals, like anything, different meanings, different uses, different energies. So I treat these just like runes or cards. Let's see, so here is a scroll shell, which for instance is about wisdom, particularly ancient wisdom, inherited ancestral knowledge, learning. Calico scallops. Scallops in general are strongly associated with love. Of course, Aphrodite. Scotch bonnet, being a forerunner or a pioneer. So this is a lot of fun. And I use seashells just like crystals. They can be used in the same ways for the same things, but of course the energy is very different. They are more, so crystals are slow, they're earthy, they're rooted, they're grounding, but seashells of course are very fluid. They're more alive because they were grown by living things. They used to house living things. So they just have a lot more movement and flowing energy and things like that. Love seashells. Now, let's look at just a few of my decks. Here's one tarot deck I would love to recommend. This one's really unique. This is called the Primordial Tarot, and it is very primordial. Here's the star. It's a little gritty. It's very earthy. It's very raw. The suits are a little bit different. And it's just great for connecting with really, well, primordial energy, ancient, beyond ancient, ancestral energy. Now, this used to be called the Tarot of the Origins, and it went out of print for a long time. And then suddenly, a few years ago or so, I came across it, and they had renamed it, reprinted it, and renamed it the Primordial Tarot. So this one is very interesting and just has really unique energy and is very powerful. Next, this one you might be familiar with. You could be familiar with all of these, but especially this one. I feel like this one's gotten pretty popular. It's wonderful. Woodland Wardens. I live in a very wooded area. Thank goodness. I need my trees. Who doesn't want all their trees? So each card is an animal and a plant that complement, well, that go together, that say, similar things, have similar energies. Porcupine and anemone boundaries. This is a lovely deck. The art is beautiful. The energy is great. Especially if you love the forest and trees, if you live in or near a forest, this is really fun to connect with because a lot of these animals appear around here all the time. I love it. We have lots of deer that come into our yard. We have hawks and raccoons and rabbits and owls. I actually have heard owls, seen or heard owls 3 times within the past few days, and that's pretty rare. And I heard them hooting 2 mornings in a row at the exact same time. It was like 6:27, 6:28. 2 mornings in a row heard the owls. It was really interesting. And here we go. I love this one, Native Spirit by Denise Linn. There's also a book called Kindling the Native Spirit that is great to go with this. I do have that. Denise Linn, Cherokee. Denise Lynn is a member of the Cherokee Nation, and this is kind of a pan-cultural, um, indigenous, natural, native, wild energy and things. There are things, like trickster themes and different things that repeat through different cultures and spiritualities. And the book is really, really great. There are a lot of things, kind of like core shamanism that Michael Harner came up with. There are certain things, certain practices and ideas that repeat across cultures. And this is what this deck captures a lot of that. I love Flowing River, of course. It's one of my favorites. And also the Spirit of Water card. So there you go, some of my favorite things, some of the things that I'm using the most right now. I just absolutely come back to life during the spring. I love this season. I have been much more magically active lately, and thank goodness, because the last few years have been pretty rough. So I hope this was fun and maybe inspired you to try out some cool new things. Let me know in the comments if maybe you are going to try out anything new that you saw here today, or if you do use any of this. Or let me know about things in your Materia Magica that are unique to you and your magical practice. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.